Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a super fun video. We're making a chicken katsu, which is super easy, only 5 ingredients. And with these 5 ingredients, we're gonna be making a super crispy, delicious, tender chicken that you can literally put on anything. Put on a sandwich. You can make it with a side of mashed potatoes, like a schnitzel. You could have it with a side of rice, maybe making it a chicken katsu curry. Whatever it may be, this is a staple and it's super easy to make, and we're gonna be making it together, and I'm super excited to show you guys the chicken katsu. Where are you? How did the rest of the song go?
And I'm so sorry. I cannot sleep. I cannot eat tonight.
But we're gonna eat tonight. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're going to be cutting our chicken butterfly style and then pounding it out to be flat so that we have an even cook on the chicken. So it's super important to do this step because we are shallow frying this chicken and we wanna make sure that we have an even cook throughout. You do not wanna be eating raw chicken because that is gonna get you extremely sick and that's not fun. So let's first butterfly our chicken here. Now we got 2 breasts from 1. Okay, so I'm gonna be taking this chicken, putting it into a Ziploc bag. Now we're gonna beat the meat. Make it nice and flat. Let's take a look at it. Looks pretty good. So now that our chicken is nice and flat, we're gonna season it before moving on to making the dredge station. So what I like to do is just add some salt, a little bit of pepper. That's obviously up to your preference. And while this sits, we're gonna work on our dredge station. So we're gonna start with the chicken. We're gonna dip it into the egg. Then we're gonna dip it into the flour, and then finally into the panko. And just to give it a little bit of that, you know, that je ne sais quoi, we're gonna be adding some lemon pepper to the flour to give it that little oomph. A little bit of the Dawn Saison lemon pepper into my flour. And there's really no measurements to this. You just wanna have enough to be able to coat the chicken. I'm gonna mix that all in. So with dredging, you wanna have one hand for the wet ingredients and one hand for the dry ingredients, because once that egg starts mixing in with the flour and the panko, it's gonna be a whole big mess. We're gonna be taking our chicken breast, I'm taking it with my left hand, and I'm putting it into the egg wash, getting it nice and coated on both sides, dipping it into the flour, getting it nice and coated on both sides. And just to get it extra crispy, I'm gonna dip it in the egg again and then back in the flour again. We're gonna get it back in the egg wash, back in the flour, get the panko breadcrumbs all nice and coated. I like my chicken to be extra crispy, so we really wanna pack on that panko. So now that we're done with the dredge, we're gonna be preparing the shallow frying station. So with the shallow fry, the one thing you want to do is not get the oil too high up on your pan. It is exactly what it sounds like. It's a shallow fry. So we're gonna get it maybe like 1 inch above the base of the pan. And I'm using just canola oil for this because it has a high heat smoke point. I'm gonna get the oil heated up. I want it to shimmer. I want it to look like it's becoming like a little marble on top. That's when we know that the oil is heated up. And once we place the chicken in, we're gonna be cooking it between 3 to 6 minutes on each side, or when you get that like goldeny, crispy brown on it, just right before it starts to burn. We're gonna flip it, do the same thing on that side, place it on the wire rack to cool off, and then we have our chicken katsu. 10.
Yeah, so maybe do 8 so we get there.
Ew.
Oh. Did we blow a fuse?
For this fry, we want to get the oil heated up to around 325, 350. So we're going to turn it up to a medium-high heat and get it to that point. Now that we have our oil at around 325, I'm going to take the chicken and start doing the shallow fry. With this, you always want to put the chicken away from you so that you don't get any of the oil spilling on you. So here we go. Nice. Now we're gonna cook this for, like I said, between 4 to 6 minutes or till we get that golden brown color. And then we're gonna flip it and do it again. Smells like Mickey D's. We're frying some breast and we're gonna taste real good. We're frying some breast, frying some breast. Now we're gonna flip this over and finish off the cook on the other side. ASMR. While this is cooking, I just wanted to remind you guys that if you do have an instant thermometer, you want to make sure that your chicken's internal temperature is at 165 degrees Fahrenheit. That way you'll know that it is done and it is safe to eat. So now that our chicken is done, we're going to turn this off and move our chicken to our wire rack. We're gonna let this cool off for about 5 to 10 minutes. We're gonna cut it up, plate it up, add some katsu sauce, and we're good to go.
Chicken good.
Our chicken is now done resting, and we're gonna be cutting it up, plating it up, and adding some katsu sauce, and I cannot wait to take a bite of this chicken. You hear that crunch? Now I'm gonna be adding some katsu sauce. I like to have my katsu sauce on the side, that way I can dip it, but you can always put it on top or whatever you want. And now we're gonna be ready to take the first bite. Ooh, I'm so excited. Who doesn't love a good fried chicken? This shit is bomb and crispy. Nice and crispy. You can literally put this chicken on anything. Imagine it on a sandwich with some like coleslaw or something. I hope you guys enjoyed this really simple recipe. Send me some pictures if you guys are making this. Let me know any other recipes that you'd like me to make, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.